Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. Have you ever said your name and you're like, can't even relate to it? Like, who, what, who? It's all just a play, it's a role. We take it so seriously. I want to talk today about helping other people. I get this a lot. You've probably read the comments where, how do I help somebody? And I'm trying to help these people to become enlightened, and I'm getting into these Robbie T, we've talked about this. You get into these debates with people and you're here to raise their frequency. Well, let me just share something with you. Be careful of that, because you have to ask yourself who and what is trying to help the other person. When you are coming from ego, you will want something for them according to what you believe is right for them. That's the ego. Yeah, that's 100% the ego. Why? Wow? Woo! No, I want them healthy or whatever. We do not know what their journey is and what they're going to learn from that journey. Some people chose illness and challenges purposely to experience things so that they could evolve spiritually by just, let's say, overcoming or being at peace with certain things. And we're so intent on having things a certain way. The planets should not go into that space, right? We think, oh, nobody should be ill or whatever. Well, eventually we will go into that space. But some people are still on a mission to experience that in order to ascend. So we're naming that bad. And that's the ego saying that there should not be any problems or whatever in the universe. Well, the issue here on planet Earth for us is that we are on a lower frequency. And so people are coming here to experience those things in order to transcend it. And if you interfere in that, that's your ego doing the exact same thing, saying, things should be a certain way according to my rules. But it's good stuff. You don't know that. You don't know that. The very conflicts that you may see are people working through journeys. And when they need you, and when you can be a positive force, it will be very obvious. It will be very obvious what your role is. So if you're coming from a pure spiritual place, an awakened place, when you see things going on with your friends or whatever, they're not spiritual, whatever. I'm not talking about, let's remove the physical harm and those kind of situations. Let's deal just with you wanting other people to become enlightened or be healthy or all these things. You absolutely can influence that, just like we do with prayer. Now, I want you guys to know that every Saturday morning, I post a global meditation. It is proven that can change the planetary frequency. It can absolutely change the crime rate, violence. So many things can change with the concentration of us. And the more that we do that, the more we tip the scales. So if you really want to help people, I want to ask you, are you on that meditation? You don't have to do it exactly at 9 a.m. Eastern. As soon as I post that thing, if you're doing it, since there's no such thing as time anyway, you're contributing to that massive higher frequency of the collective. But if you're sitting here saying, well, I need to get into some debate with these people and I'm helping them, you are absolutely in the same boat that they are, because they think they're right. And it doesn't matter if they're going into a negative space. That's where they are. The total acceptance that you have for other people is exactly what's going to bring peace. Because when you're going to that, when you're accepting things and you're in that peaceful state and you're doing your global meditations and you're sending that light and love out with trying to change them with a debate or talking to them or giving them books and all this stuff, that's great. I'm not saying that's a bad thing to do. It's not. There's no good nor bad. But sometimes we're forcing things on people and we actually turn them off. That's as far away, they're not ready for it. They're as far away from that as could be possible at that moment. And so you, in essence, become some, I'm better than you, and I'm in this awakened state, and you should be doing certain things, and that's ego. We don't recognize it. Acceptance is that this person is on a path, we don't understand what they're learning, but I will be here for them, and I will just absolutely pray and send them light and love. I will meditate on their healing, on their peace, and I usually meditate on them finding their way to whatever it is they are seeking to accomplish in this life. It's a bigger plan that I know, because that's personal, individual experience that I can't possibly understand. I don't know what their past lives were, or what their energy fields are, or the relationships between the people they're with. I can't possibly know that. Somebody may be inflicting, suffering or pain on somebody else in order for that person to learn forgiveness, or independence, or self-esteem, or whatever. Nothing is chaotic in this universe, so be careful with what you're wishing for somebody else. And because you want the best for them, I know you're coming from an amazing, positive place. Be careful that that isn't the ego wanting others to be what you believe is right, because we don't understand that as humans. But when you raise your own frequency and you send your light and love, and you get away from that how things should be, because that's the ego and that is a lower frequency, then you're going to a space that you are allowing everybody to find their path, to find their peace. And I always wish abundance, healing, peace, love, and enlightenment for everyone as they choose it. Because we all have free will, and we don't control that anyways. The most powerful thing you can do is be the peace. So when people say, oh, and I want them, you are absolutely going into a negative energy space, and that's what you're projecting on them. That helps no one. When you go in a peaceful space and you can look at it, and this is your test, right? This is our test. Can I be peace in this chaos? Can I look at it and still be peace? Or do I want to change it up? Boom, went right back into what they're doing. They want you to believe what they believe. That, the world's going to hell in a handbasket. That's their reality. Okay. It will be for you, but they think it's for everybody. If they think that aliens are going to land here and take over, well, first of all, they would have done it a long time ago before we destroyed the planet like we are. But that's a reality. That's cool. Okay, if they want to be on conspiracy theory and all argue with each other, okay. All right. I'm not here to argue that. That will be their reality. It doesn't have to be yours. But they think it is everybody's. All right? They think that that's going to happen for everybody. No, it's going to happen for them. It will not be in my reality, because it doesn't even exist for me. All this other stuff that is absolutely made up. No, it's not. This and the all these names, I don't even know what all the names are coming down. It's like, who gave that information? It's all made up, and it is a reality for the people that made it up, if they even believe it themselves. Part of that, be careful with that. What do you think's going on there? Do you think that is a positive, higher frequency that's sharing that information? These experts about the gloom and doom? Who do you think they are? What frequency do you think they're operating on? Think they're protecting you? Think again. This is tough to walk away from, because we get caught up in this stuff, and some of it's very convincing. We don't have the answers. We don't know what another person needs to experience or learn. We don't have the answers. We know one thing. We are one energy. We come from a source that we can't comprehend. We know that we are of love and light. We know that everything is an experience. How that plays out, it's up to you to create your own. So quit worrying about everybody else and trying to change them and their situation. If they come to you, and be careful about the enablers. oh, I'll help you. And then that's the ego feeling good. Oh, I've changed all these people. No, you didn't. Only they can do that. Everybody in this channel says I've done anything. I've done absolutely nothing. I'm pulling the same information that you are. I'm not channeling. I'm accessing all of the information that you can. The only difference between us may be that you are absolutely blocking it with all these beliefs and thoughts and whatever you're watching out there, which creates your reality that you don't have this power. So you think that I can do it, and that's your reality. I know that's not true. I know that you're walking around with the power of the universe, and that all I'm doing is showing it to you, and you can choose it or not. I do absolutely nothing. You're doing it. You're just using the tools that I'm showing you according to the information that I'm gleaning from the universe. And I do get information. I don't channel. I'm getting information. I was out sunning myself. I don't know if you can tell, I got rosy cheeks. I sitting out on my deck, getting some sun and just relaxing in between shooting videos and all kinds of stuff. And boom, this stuff comes in. I'm not thinking about it. It just comes in, and I got to come in here and shoot this. Why? Because I'm listening to the universe. It's always talking to you. Always. Because you are it. It's not separate from you. It's your connection to your highest self that is absolutely always guiding you at all times. Gut feelings, intuition, all these things. And then we struggle and we create all kinds of rules here on earth about how things should or shouldn't be because we don't understand the bigger picture. And we want to control it all the time, and that is the ego. You control your own life and your manifestations at all times. Not some of the time, 110%, 24/7, you're always manifesting everything in your life. And what you believe is true for you, not for everybody. So can you allow others to experience what they're choosing? And if they come to you and say, you know what, I don't want to feel bad, or people that take my e-course, they want that guidance. Help me to move through this. I'm ready to move through this. And I say, here's the steps. Let's go. I'll be your teacher, and you implement it because you hold that power. And then when they recognize they do, I start to get some emails that are pretty amazing of things that are happening right away for them. So I'm going to plug the heck out of my e-course. If you see this thing coming out, or there's a link in the description, I wrote that for people who want to take it up a few notches and put these practices in place and get that control and empower themselves and understand that there is nothing out there that doesn't have true value. Everything's an opportunity. So we battle it. We want it to everything be perfect, and that's bad. No, that's all part of it. This is the most challenging planet in the universe. It's also where you can accelerate your ascension tenfold. Why? Because we go to such a dark place here. Because there's so much density here. Because we don't know who we are here. We get everything wiped out. Most of us do. And so we have to reconnect with that. So through that experience, we get to find out about ourselves and what we've done in the past that we have to work through to become that great, amazing, beautiful light being that we already are. And just see it. So be careful about your wanting to help somebody else. I'm not a big proponent of drugs. I'm not a doctor, so you do what you need to, but I think they mask what's really going on. And so when we can get to the root of what's really going on, then we can provide a solution. The other thing too is sometimes we're masking brilliance, autism, all the things that we don't want to deal with because it's difficult. It's work. It's out there. What is that? And so let yourself be the person that takes this challenge and finds the peace. Some people, you don't have a kid that's like screaming and banging up against the walls. No, I don't. I didn't choose that in this lifetime, but you did. Can you be the peace in that situation? And can you help them? Through your energy, you will help them. That's all you can do, is be the peace. Because if you're battling that energy is just fueling negativity. And they pick up on that. Everyone's brilliant. And everyone has a purpose. And some of these people are here to challenge you. You're not here to always help them. They're challenging you. And you don't recognize that because you think you got it all figured out. And we don't. Why? We're here. We're humans. Right? And it's a challenge. It's a challenge and an opportunity. Don't miss it. So pull that mask down. Take a deep breath of oxygen. Fill up those lungs and blow it out. And see the world as a big old school, and that there's some students that are more advanced than others, but we'll all get there eventually. There's nobody above or below you. Everybody has the answers when they choose to get them. And can you be okay and accept everything and just be the peace for the other person and be there when they need you or desire to get your help and guide them? Don't tell them what they must do. Provide it. Provide your opinions. Provide your tools, your materials. Provide your thoughts on things. And allow them to choose. This is the power that you wield. And that's allowing others to become brilliant the way they're supposed to. Be the peace and do my global meditation and start to share that. Because I notice you guys want to get on here and watch the videos, and then when it comes to sending global peace out, I don't get as many views on that. Why? That's how we're thinking. I want to fix me. You're going to fix you. When you do that, do you know how many people do my global meditations and tell me, whoa, you wouldn't believe what happened to me right after that? I go, yeah, I would believe it. Why? Because you're connecting to total peace. And that group of people out there, there's power in numbers, is actually fueling your higher frequency. Because we're doing it together. And we're all looking for intentions. And what I speak in those guided meditations has you focus on sending positive energy out, sending healing to the planet. And again, allowing everybody to find that. But we will send that energy to them. And that person who might have done something very damaging will stop. And they don't know why, but they don't want to do it anymore. They'll put the weapon down. Or they'll decide to change how they're thinking or how they're speaking to somebody. Or they'll stop the addictions. I don't need that anymore. People have done that. Stop the addictions just like that. They're done. You can help fuel the positive energy that's going to help them to make that decision. That's the power of change. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste. I'm going to go out and get a little bit more sunshine on these cheeks.